Right, guys, I'm back and I'm keeping the transfer daily thing going. So, guys, before we get even further in the video, smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the likes up, man. Come on, guys. You haven't been liking the videos. What is going on? Do I have to beg you every time? Let's get this video to 50 thumbs up, man. But the transfer stuff has cooled down a bit, Started out really hot, and then it's fizzled out a bit, but we're gonna keep things going because every day there's transfer news, every single day. So let's go. Before we get into today's episode, which is episode 20, let me do a quick recap of what happened in episode 19. So David Coote, the ex-Premier League ref, was charged by the FA over comments made about Jurgen Klopp. Heung-Min Son is still linked with a move outside of Tottenham Hotspur, but Spurs said any club interested in signing Son would have to wait until their Korean tour is over. Mikel Antonio is back playing professional football after his horrific incident. Anthony is still linked with a second season on loan at Real Betis, where Betis wants to make the loan permanent. Loum Tichuna is actually linked to Burnley from Lazio. Noah Sadiki from Union Saint-Gilloise to Leeds United said they put in a bid. Kyle Walker from Man City to Everton, and he's also been linked to the move to Fenerbahce. Luca Dean, the Aston Villa left back, has been linked to the move to Atletico Madrid. 20-year-old winger Malik Fofana from Lyon to Chelsea, he's been linked. Xhaka Bijol from Udinese to Leeds, made permanent. I think I'm talking about that in today's episode too. Yep. Well, it said that there was an agreement for a 22 million euro move. Fer Lopez signed from Celta Vigo to Wolves for 25 million. Jamie Bino Gittins from Borussia Dortmund to Chelsea said to have agreed personal terms and a 7-year deal at Chelsea. It's just up to the clubs to sort the business out. Tom Heaton has agreed a new deal to continue on as Man United's third keeper. Liverpool striker Darwin Núñez is linked with Napoli and is said to be in talks with the club. Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth to Liverpool is said to be close to being done. Andy Robertson from Liverpool to Atleti is said that he has not made any decisions yet about whether he would move to Atletico Madrid or not, but we all know that's BS. And Barcelona is said to be on the verge of activating Arsenal and Chelsea target Nico Williams' 58 million euro release clause. And Liverpool's owners, FSG, are interested in actually purchasing La Liga club Getafe. And also, two more. Victor Gyökeres from Sporting to Juventus. It's been said that Juventus are willing to sell 8 players to fund the Victor Gyökeres deal. And Brazilian right back Van de Sar of Monaco is linked to the move to Tottenham Hotspur. I did all that in 3 minutes. So that's a quick recap. Basically giving you 2 episodes in one. If you want, you could go back and check out that episode to hear what I think and further, discussion. So in today's episode 20, Rodrigo Muniz, the Fulham striker, has been linked to the move to Leeds United, and it's said that Fulham has rejected a £32 million bid for Rodrigo Muniz, which means that they value the player very highly and they want to keep their striker. Marco Senesi, the Bournemouth centre-back, has been linked to the move to Villarreal. It's said that he's on Villarreal's shortlist. He has 1 year left on his contract. Bournemouth paid 15 million euros for Senesi. It's crazy, man. They've already lost Kerkez. They lost Huijsen. Ilya Zabani is going to sign for PSG. And now Senesi, god damn, they ain't going to be left with no defenders. It's crazy. But the business that Bournemouth has been doing lately is pretty good, so I'm pretty sure they're going to go back in the market and they're going to sign some solid players. But still, you don't want to keep making these. You don't want to be a feeder club. You don't want to be that feeder club. Okay, look what happened to Southampton. They've been a feeder club for some time. They were signing good replacement players, But look at where they're at now. In the championship, and when they came up, they couldn't sustain the pressure of the Premier League. Simply because they don't have enough quality players. Because they keep selling them. So up next, guys, we have Ricardo Pepi, the USA international, PSV to Fulham. He's been shortlisted. And listen, Fulham, no disrespect to Pepi, but stay far from Pepi. That's just my opinion. Stay far from Pepi. No, he's American and all, but I don't rate Pepi at all. The Brighton and Hove striker, João Pedro, who's been linked to the move to Liverpool and other clubs, is currently on Chelsea's shortlist, and he's worth £60 million. Miles Lewis-Skelly and Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri, is the Nwaneri made me say Twan, you know. Ethan Nwaneri is said to be on the verge of signing new deals at Arsenal because they came up to the academy and they haven't penned new deals since then. So it means that these guys are going to have improved salaries and their contracts are going to be extended maybe 3, 4, or even 5 years. And if Real Madrid wants to sign Lewis-Skelly, they would have to fork up a large amount of money because I'm pretty sure that Arsenal are going to put a big release clause in it. And, you know, his mom, who is pretty much his agent, is going to negotiate a nice salary. You see what I'm saying? So, anyways, let's keep it moving. Jack Grealish, got some news on Jack Grealish. Pep came out and confirmed his exit, and Pep said that Grealish is actually too good to be at Manchester City and not playing. You see what I mean? You don't want to be wasting the player's best years by just having him part of the squad, you know, as a bit part player, him not playing a major role every 3 days. Pep said that Grealish need to be playing every single 3 days. He's not a type of player that should be a bench player, basically, and that's why he is at Manchester City, you know, apparently. So we have Bernardo Silva is set to step Manchester City after being elected the club captain by the players. Not Pep, not the club. The players decide who the club captain is. So there were speculations around Bernardo's future. He was linked to the move to Galatasaray, but all that has been quelled and he would now stay on as Manchester City's captain. Maybe next year he'll move, maybe the year after, I don't know. But Bernardo Silva will be a City player next season, and that's very good because you need that experience in the team. You know, with De Bruyne leaving, let's say you have Bernardo leaving too, you leave a big gap in terms of the experience at the club. I know there's Gundogan, you know, Foden is there, Rodri is there, but you don't just want to move on too many experienced players like that. You want Bernardo to play another year. You have Cherky and Reinders and these guys, you know, Nico Gonzalez, these guys could have, you know, get some more experience at Man City. And then, you know, once Bernardo moves on, these guys are already there as, you know, a couple seasons, and they could, you know, continue the, you know, being leaders in the team. So pretty good, man. As a City fan, I'm really happy about that because Bernardo Silva is a hard worker. And it would suck to see him at another club doing really, really well and, you know, City are struggling. So let's keep this thing going and staying at Manchester City. Juma Ba, he was signed from, where did we sign him from? Was it Lens? I think it was Lens, French club Lens. But I think he was just a City. He was signed up for Manchester City, but I think he's more City group signing where we're going to loan him out. And who knows, maybe he'll get good and then they'll sell him because that's what they've been doing to a lot of players like Jan Couto, Pedro Paul, Yangel Herrera, all these guys. It's been said that he's been linked with a loan move to Girona, which is a club affiliated with Manchester City under the City group. So, yeah. So, Lovro Gulic has been linked to the move to Leeds United from Roma on a free. So, Leeds are doing a lot of good business, man. So, seems like they're working really, really hard and staying up next season. 29-year-old Manager Carlos Cuesta is leaving Arsenal as their backup manager to join Parma as their head coach. 29 years old, and that's a record for Italy, where I think that's going to be the youngest manager ever to take charge of a top flight club in Italy. 29. Jesus. Is that a good decision? We shall see, man. But 29. Let's see how long he lasts, man. Jesus Christ. Guys, I'm 38 years old. And at 29, managing a whole football club. Top flight. Not like he's in the second tier or the third tier. Or even a fourth tier. The man is in a top tier football. Elite stuff. So all the best to Carlos Cuesta. And Arsenal would now have to look for backup manager to Mikel Arteta. Up next, guys, we have Xhaka Bijol from Udinese to Leeds United. Deal done. 22 million euro package. Aymeric Laporte of Al Nassr, the centre-back, the French international. Well, the French-born Spanish international. I think he's a Spanish international, French. That's what he is, right? No. Is he a Spanish-born French international? I don't even know, man. I can't remember. He was a City player, but right now I can't remember. Aymeric Laporte. Let me see. Aymeric Laporte. I know it's one of those. Let me see. That's crazy. I can't remember. But I remember he was playing for Bilbao. You know, so Aymeric Laporte is a French-born, and he plays for the Spain national team. Yep. French-born, plays for Spanish national team. Crazy. He was my player, man. He's solid left-footed center-back. But injury really plagued him at Manchester City. But he had a solid career at Manchester City, though. I don't think he left on the best terms. He wasn't getting the game time he wanted. But he was indeed a great player at City, where he spent, I think, about 5 seasons from 2018 to 2023. Made 121 appearances. He's been linked back to his old club, Athletic Bilbao, and he's been also linked to the move to Aston Villa and Arsenal. Up next, guys, we have Hugo Ekitike. It's been said that Man City? Man United are considering a £60 million bid for the lanky French striker. Don't know if that's going to be enough, because I think Frankfurt wants 100 million euros. But I've also been hearing talks that Manchester United could actually include Joshua Zirkzee in the deal to bring Ekitike to Old Trafford. And judging from the relationship that Amorim and Zirkzee had at the start of his tenure, I could definitely see that happening. I wasn't even surprised when United signed Zirkzee. Zirkzee's trash. See, no disrespect, man. He ain't that good. He just got a whole bunch of hair in his head running around, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I remember using him in FIFA. I know it's not the same, but he was trash and annoying in FIFA, man. Anyways, let's see how that one materialized. Also, staying at United right now, Jadon Sancho. It's said that United wants to get rid of him on a permanent basis. No loan deal, nothing. Permanently gone. He's been linked to the move to Napoli, I think. So, yeah, Napoli are interested. But the big problem with Jadon Sancho is his salary. That was a problem with Chelsea. Chelsea wanted to sign the player, but they couldn't agree on personal terms with the salary. He wants to keep making that big money, but it's not going to happen because your performances are not warranting big money. You know, you're not that hot anymore, Sancho. Probably most likely end up back at Borussia Dortmund. So, Callum Hudson-Odoi, the Nottingham Forest winger, is actually linked to the move to Napoli as well, and also Manchester United. That won't be a bad signing. I remember when Callum Hudson-Odoi had just broke through the Chelsea Academy, and that guy was on fire. He was on fire, but he fell out with the manager. I can't remember which manager, and then he went to Bayer Leverkusen on loan, and then he got sold. shortly afterwards. I think he went out on a couple loan stints and then he got sold. But it's just sad. But I like that he's regained his form and he's playing good football again. So we have Malik Fofana. I spoke about him yesterday, being linked to Chelsea. It's now said that he is also an interest of Liverpool Football Club. But I've seen some comparisons with the current Liverpool wingers, and Malik Fofana is diminutive, compared to Luis Diaz and, Diego Jota and Cody Gakpo amongst others. So this one might not happen. This one definitely might not happen, but he's been linked with Liverpool. So, guys, up next we have Florian Wirtz's parents is said to be on the verge of pocketing 10 million euros from Florian Wirtz move from Bayer Leverkusen to Liverpool because they are his manager. His parents are his manager, and that would be their commission. That's crazy, Imagine all that you've invested in your kid, taking them to soccer practice and academy and bam, 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 and one day you're a millionaire because of them. Inspirational, if you ask me. So Everton are in advanced talks to appoint Man United's academy chief, Nick Cox, as their technical director. This keeps happening. Everton just stole Man City's, I think, head of scouting, which is crazy. So Everton are plotting something over there. They're cooking up something over there, man. It's also been said that Sheffield Wednesday has been hit with a transfer ban for the next 2 to 3 windows. And the reason why, I actually saved the article so I could look at it really quick and enlighten you guys. Remember, this transfer daily, I'm talking about stuff in the UK Premier League, anything Premier League Championship related. Not so much the Championship, but if there's something juicy down there, I'll actually talk about it. So Sheffield Wednesday hit with transfer restrictions over wages. It's been said that the restrictions will prevent, it's been said that Sheffield Wednesday have been handed restrictions over spending for the next 3 transfer windows after failing to pay staff wages on time. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. But I get why they're doing the ban, because if you can't afford to pay the staff wages on time, how are you affording to bring in players for 3, 2, 1 million? You see what I'm saying? And that's the type of transfers I will see go into those type of clubs in the, second and third divisions. I don't even know where they're playing right now. I think they might be in the third division. I'm not sure. So it's said that the restrictions will prevent the club from carrying out any transfers or loans which involve a fee for this summer's window and the 2 in 2026. This would definitely affect the club big time. But it could actually save the club financially too. That restriction is currently running alongside their registration embargo, which was imposed a fortnight ago, preventing the club from signing any new players, even free transfers, until they have paid outstanding wages in full. This is crazy. This is negligence. The only exception to the ruling would be if the club had fewer than 23 players in their senior playing squad, in which case they would be allowed to bring in free transfer or free loan without breaking the embargo. Wednesday have been given notice that they will appeal against the decision. The English Football League has also charged both the club and owner Deshvan Chansiri over the non-payment of wages, and those cases will be heard by an independent disciplinary commission. The club twice failed to pay wages on time, in March and May, and the delays are said to have exceeded the 30 days in total, which are provided in EFL rules. Chansiri apologized to players, coaches, and staff in a club statement over the late payment last month, and the club was placed under a registration embargo 2 weeks ago. So there's a lot more going into this that I'm not going to get into. I just wanted to give you guys a gist of it, and I want to make these, segments very informative, not just talking about transfers, but going deep sometimes into certain issues and certain things related to transfers and, acquisitions and bans and things like that. And talking about bans, just to land the plane on today's episode, Mikhailo Mudryk, the Chelsea winger, Ukrainian international, have been charged with the FA over doping and could be banned for up to 4 years for testing positive for banned performance enhancing substance meldonium. That's the name of the substance, meldonium. And that happened last year. The player could appeal to seek a reduced ban, of course, and that will probably be heard by an independent disciplinary body, maybe the Court of Arbitration of Law or something. And one of the most recent players to be banned for testing positive for banned substance is Paul Pogba. He served this ban and he's on the verge of actually, I think he's signed for Monaco already, and he's about to be back playing professional football. Let's just call it pop back, okay? But Mudryk messed up, man, messed up. I don't know if it's intentionally or unintentionally, but it happened. But guys, here you go. Transfer Daily with your boy, Dominic Rich. I've been doing this one for 20 days straight. 20 days straight, no breaks. Guys, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button if you haven't yet done so. Like the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. Talk soon, guys.